The White House Correspondents' Dinner is coming up on Saturday, and people in my profession call it Nerd Prom. And I have to say, I've been a long time hater of this before Donald Trump came on the scene, because fundamentally the press and the people we cover have an adversarial relationship. That's not to say that there's any reason to personally attack one another and to not be professional. But the idea of getting all buddy-buddy with the people that you're supposed to be holding accountable, that's always rubbed me the wrong way. Yeah. It doesn't matter when Obama was there and it was a different vibe. I mean, but among now we've been dealing with Donald Trump since 2015. We have heard his endless attacks on the press. He called us Lugan press, which is a Nazi term that was back before he was ever elected. And now, he has attacked journalists. How many times has he called out journalists by name at his rallies and worked people into a lather, whether it's Katie Tur or Maggie Haberman, and gone after them on Twitter? And they get endless amounts of hate, because when you are a woman in the media, it comes with the territory. That it sucks, and we should definitely not accept it. Yep. You have the president of the United States going after you. That is a whole other level. And now under his second term, he has taken his fight against the press to a whole other extreme, where, he is celebrating good journalists like Jim Acosta, who have been driven out, and they're doing great as independent journalists. But, he was doing great work at CNN too. And CNN could use that voice over some of the MAGA people they have over there just spreading lies. He has been actively putting his thumb on the scale for conservatives to buy TikTok, and for the Ellisons, who own CBS, to take over more of our media with this WB merger. And he is very explicit that he wants to build a prototype of the media structure under Viktor Orban in Hungary. And that was very useful to him staying in power for 16 years. But as we all saw last year, the Hungarian people had had enough. Orban is gone. They're going to redo the constitution and rid themselves of authoritarianism there, which is wonderful and a great inspiration to us personally. So I don't understand why members of the press, where we're often on the front lines of Trump's attacks, why would we sit down, and have dinner with a man who literally has called for us to be attacked and worse?
Yeah, that's a good question. I had a different question, and I don't have an answer for yours. The one I have is, why is he doing it? He hasn't gone to any of them. He knows that no one in that room is his friend. There is an adversarial relationship. I don't mind adversaries doing stuff like that. I mean, lawyers on opposite sides can still go to the same bar association dinner. I don't care about that. I do care, though, that they have to do their jobs. Mm-hmm. And, some of the press hasn't. And, Pete Hegseth is going to sit at CBS's table with this. That is repulsive. But why is Donald Trump doing it? It's going to, we're talking about it and it hasn't even happened yet. It's going to take attention. And that always says to me, there's something going on that he doesn't want us to pay attention to. And it's maybe the expiration of the war powers, and Congress has to consider this war. Although Congress is busy doing something else right now, they are trying to, Speaker Johnson is trying to fund DHS without one change to ICE and CBP, like we don't remember Renee Good and Alex Preddy, like we don't remember the Black Hawk helicopter attack in Chicago. And they want to fund this without any restraints whatsoever, masks on, same thugs doing the same thing. That's what Congress is working on, right? So wherever you look, you see something miserable with this administration, whether it's that repulsive Speaker Johnson, who's honestly as worthless as gum on the bottom of Donald Trump's shoe. He's trying to stick there because he likes going where Trump goes, to Trump's cabinet, to this war. He's going to go there to change the subject, to do something ridiculous, to say, I own you to the press, and literally, and point to his friends who own the press in that room, because that'll change the subject for him. But we cannot get distracted from the disaster this man is to everyone in America, and increasingly to the whole world.